I'm game designer Scott Rogers, and I'm here to show you Scram. Let's take a look at it, and I'll give you a short introduction to the game. So Scram is pretty simple, does not have a lot of components. Has a bag of different tokens and 3 different boards, each of which are two-sided for different difficulty levels of play. And then, of course, a short rule sheet right here. All right. So the basics of the game is it's a strategy game in which the players are represented on the board by a single color. So, for example, I might be blue and you might be red. And let's go ahead and take out the tokens, and the tokens are shared amongst the players. And you'll notice that there are essentially 2 types of tokens. There are black tokens and there are white tokens, and the white tokens have a arrow direction indicated on them. So the way that you play the basic game is that we each take turns setting down a token. Black tokens are worth 3 points at the end of the game, and white tokens are worth 1 point. So I'm going to lay down a black token. So because the black token is on my blue square, that means I have 3 points. However, as an opponent, you don't want the player to score points. You want to score more points than they have. So, for example, if it was your turn, you pick up this piece right here, and you're going to set it down. Now, by setting it down on red, that means you have 1 point, but the white tokens also have a special ability, and that they allow the player to push the token that is adjacent to them, depending on the arrow direction, in that direction. So in this case, the black would move 1. Well, that's okay, but really we want to get rid of the tokens out of play, or at least get them off of colors. So a better place to place that might be here, because even though I'm giving, you're giving me 1 point, you're pushing me off and 3 points goes away. Or even better, a better place would be here, place it here, and it pushes it off, and now red has 3 points and blue has 1. However, there are some distinctions between the tokens. Oops. You can see there's a double arrow. So for example, if this token were here, and I were to place this here, this token, the black token, would actually move 2 spaces. So this can get a little more interesting moving around the board. If you ever happen to place a token here and it goes off the board, it is scrammed, it is out of play, and this no longer counts. So there's going to be a lot of moments where pieces are being laid down and getting knocked around. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll do this. That will move there. I would probably want to do this, move this here. And also you'll notice that the directions, if there are multiple ones, and this would happen with white ones as well. So if I were to place this piece here, these would both move like so. And then what you cannot do, though, is if you place a token here, this double arrow doesn't actually reach there. It has to connect to something first. Now, if a token happened to be like this, and I laid this down, all of these guys would move 1, 2, like so. So you can get some really fun, interesting movement patterns around as you place these tokens down. You can play an advanced game where the white spot represents a hole in the board. So for example, if I were to place a token here, I place that, instead of it going 1, 2, it would fall through the hole and fall out of play. Like I said, there are different difficulties of the boards. The more advanced boards, you can see, are much more complex, have more white spaces that are either dead spaces or holes. And then we have this guy. Wow, this one is a very tricky one to play. So that's Scram. It's a very simple game. Plays very fast. Plays 4 players, 2 to 4 players. And that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you for your time.